Well, first of all, I think that we've got to be very clear-eyed about what's happening. Joe Biden knows that the border is open. They're not stupid. All of the White House advisors and Mayorkas and all of these people, they know that this is wide open and that people are rushing in unvetted. But they've calculated that it's okay because their base wants them to have a whole bunch of people coming into the country. They have a plan to make all of these individuals voters as soon as they get a hold of the House, the Senate, and the White House. They will immediately bring in 10 million new voters. They think that these voters are going to be for them. I think they're wrong about that. But the reality is that the Democratic Party has embraced sanctuary cities. They've been ignoring the immigration law for years. And this is strategic. They want this to happen. So if viewers are looking at this and they're outraged at people cutting the line, coming into this country unvetted, this is not about stopping legal immigration. We welcome legal immigrants.
Absolutely.
And I would argue first and second generation Americans coming here legally are Trump supporters because they see what fascism is like and they've left it behind.
It's a bad week for Joe Biden, despite his ignoring this and the White House downplaying it. And we know the left-wing media will downplay this as well. But I also want to get your reaction to Tony Bobulinski, some of his comments this week on Capitol Hill, bringing the receipts, as they say. Here's a bit of his exchange this week in front of House Oversight.
If Joe Biden was not involved in his son's business dealings, why, after flying all the way across the country to the Milken Conference, where there is next to Davos, is probably the biggest conference in the world, why would he take 45 minutes out of his night? It wasn't a 10 a.m. meeting. It was 10:40 in the evening. He's an elderly man, flew all the way across country to sit with me for 45 minutes to an hour to discuss my background, the business we are doing with the Chinese, his family's background.
Chinese, Ukraine, all these countries, tens of millions of dollars. And here we are, our border. There may be suspected terrorists and hotspots all around the world. Rick, such a different world than under former President Trump.
Look, I hear Democrats all the time saying we don't have the smoking gun. We don't really know exactly if this is true. Bobulinski is the smoking gun. He's the guy that says, I was there, I was a partner, and this is it. I mean, if we didn't have Bobulinski, there would be a cry from the Democrats saying, you don't even have anyone who is corroborating what's going on. Yes, we do. We do now. And we have Tony Bobulinski. And I think that he is a credible person. He's been inside. He's made money with Hunter Biden, and he's coming clean. And so this is the smoking gun to me.
Comer has invited Joe Biden to come in and testify. Obviously, that's, probably never, ever going to happen. He's talking about criminal referrals. But obviously, there is a DOJ that is under Biden, and the weaponization we see versus Trump, who sounds like today he has made the bond. Any reaction to Trump's news there, and also the big Truth Social vote as well?
Look, I think the Democrats have overreached. Letitia James has overreached. There is a big sign in New York that says, we are open for Democrats only. Republicans who are business people in New York need to get out. This is a slippery slope of epic proportion. They are coming after Republicans next. And if the Democrats who are sane inside New York don't wake up and speak out, this is going to be just a blue state. Republicans have to flee.
And it sounds like they are in droves. At least the business folks are, and they're coming to other places like Florida, as you know. Rick, final thoughts today as we look at Joe Biden will go over to Delaware today. Donald Trump will be trying to make hundreds of millions of dollars. And we are in the general election and the fight for the White House. Two very different choices Americans have and face today.
3 wars from Joe Biden and an open border and a disastrous economy. I think under Donald Trump, you saw Arabs and Israelis striking peace deals and a closed border and an economy that completely took off. So there are your choices, America. It's not about promises. It's about comparing people who actually did the job. 2 different choices.